So I got some big news.
Industry observers are saying Ted 2 won't be able to beat out the dinos or the quirky emotions of Inside Out this weekend. The film is projected to make about $20 million less this weekend than its predecessor's opening weekend. But to be fair, living up to the first Ted would have been hard considering it had the biggest ever opening weekend for an R-rated comedy. Now, sequels can be tough, but comedic sequels are even more difficult. The fact is, they're just harder to make well. It all starts with the element of surprise. Comedies work best when you're not expecting how funny or how successful they'll be. Take The Hangover.
What happened last night?
Not many people would have bet on it being so successful, so we got...
What the hell?
And then...
Are you out of here, boy?
And even though the movie formula stayed the same and reviews got worse, the Hangover franchise was still making bank for Warner Brothers, so they kept coming. Part of the problem is there's only so much you can change in a comedic sequel without just going ahead and making a completely different movie. With an action movie, just add a bigger car chase scene here and a scarier villain there, and boom, you can make 7 movies about racing cars and keep growing your profit margins. But it's harder to prove to moviegoers that a second comedy has some actual value and isn't just about the money for the studios. As one writer at Decider.com put it, sequels are so often glaringly obvious cash grabs. Take Ted 2 for example. The sequel cost roughly $30 million more to produce, it's probably not going to make as much money as the first Ted, and yet this opening weekend should still put Seth MacFarlane well on his way to a nice profit. We complain, and yet we head back again and again to see if those 3 guys can be hungover and still save the day. And let's be honest, we'd probably go one more time if given the chance. For Newsy, I'm Cliff Judy.